In a writing task 2, the most important thing is introduction. Now, the type of introduction that we mostly do in our academic education is that we start explaining in the introduction. This is not how an introduction is done. In IELTS, introduction is only to introduce what the essay is about. So it means there are certain things that you need to check up in your introduction, and you need to follow those while you're writing a good, healthy introduction. Now, the first thing is a topic sentence. Now, we do not mostly do this. We start talking about the background of the topic, explaining, start putting up our own info that we have in an introduction, which is obviously not required. All you got to do is, the first thing that you should do in an introduction is you write a topic sentence. Now, what is a topic sentence? Topic sentence is basically what the topic is about. Now, the statement that is given to us is the topic sentence. It is to tell us what the topic is, what the topic is requiring us to write on it. So it's basically giving us info, and we need to give the info to the assessor who's going to be assessing our writing abilities, that what we are going to be writing about. So we're going to write the same statement into our own words. Now, the reason why we're going to put it into our own words is that we don't want to show the examiner that we're not good writers. So copy pasting means that you're a bad writer, you can't write, so definitely you're copy pasting. Second thing in in an introduction is a thesis. We are to clearly mention and tell our thesis to whoever's reading our essay. So thesis means opinion, whether we agree or disagree. So thesis should be clear. Okay, now we need to, after the topic sentence, we need to be clear on what we agree on, what we disagree on. We need to clearly give our opinion. Now, thesis is the most important thing in an introduction, because by reading a clear thesis, the reader knows that whether you strongly agree, whether you partly agree, and what type of essay writing yours would be. So thesis is most important. Outline is the third thing that we must have in an introduction. We need to outline in one sentence, not headings, in a sentence after the thesis, that what our body paragraphs are going to be about, what we're going to be discussing about. So say we are writing about advantages and disadvantages. We're going to put them into a sentence in a way that there are certain advantages, however we cannot outfocus or neglect the disadvantages too. It means by reading the sentence, the examiner would know that you're going to be discussing both of them, the advantages and the disadvantage too. So whatever your body paragraphs that you'll be discussing about, you need to outline them in introduction. These three things are very important that you, being the writer, have to write in an introduction. This is a complete set of introduction. Without that, if you're putting becauses, reasons, whys, and whatever in an introduction, that has nothing to do with an introduction. That are the don'ts in an introduction. So these are the do's in an introduction. So do follow this to write a perfect introduction of a writing task 2 in IELTS.